Today, we're diving into the journey of one researcher whose work is tackling one of the biggest challenges in education today. So, here it is, the big question at the heart of our explainer. In a world that's more connected than ever, how do you teach something like chemistry or biology so that it actually clicks with students from every imaginable background? It's a huge puzzle, and one that Dr. Julio César Tovar Gálvez has made his life's work to solve. To really get his ideas, you have to first get his journey. It's not just a list of places he's worked. It's the very foundation of his entire perspective. You see, the answer to that big question, it didn't come from a textbook. It came from real-world, on-the-ground experience. In a way, his story is his research. Okay, now what's really fascinating here is the path this timeline traces. Dr. Tovar Gálvez starts in Colombia, then moves to Germany, and is now working in Spain. This isn't just about collecting passport stamps. It's about a deep immersion in totally different educational systems. It's about seeing firsthand how a student in Bogotá might think about a problem differently than one in Halle, and realizing that both ways have incredible value. This experience is what planted the seed for his whole philosophy. And this table just brilliantly shows the sheer breadth of his work. He wasn't just stuck away in some university ivory tower. As a secondary school teacher, he was in the trenches, seeing the day-to-day reality of the classroom. At the Bogotá Botanical Garden, he saw how science connects with the public. And as a university lecturer, he got the high-level theory. Working across all these different sectors showed him where the gaps were, the disconnects between theory, practice, and what people already know in their communities. He saw exactly where the bridges needed to be built. So, with all that global experience under his belt, what became his core mission? Well, it's all about that one big idea: building bridges. This quote from one of his major papers has the magic phrase, epistemological bridge. Now, don't let that word epistemological throw you. It's really just a way of talking about how we know what we know. So an epistemological bridge is all about creating a deliberate, respectful link between formal scientific knowledge and all the different ways of knowing that exist in different cultures. It's a really powerful concept when you think about it. And this is what that bridge looks like in practice. See, intercultural teaching isn't about replacing science. Not at all. It's about making it richer. It recognizes that, say, a student from an indigenous community in Colombia brings a deep traditional knowledge of local plants, and that can connect beautifully to a formal botany lesson. The whole point is to make the classroom a place where every kind of knowledge is valued and connected. And you can see how this all weaves together in his main research themes. Think of it like a tree, right? Science education is the main trunk. But for that trunk to be strong, it needs deep roots in teacher education and intercultural studies. And from that strong base, it can then branch out into vital areas like environmental and higher education. It's all one interconnected system. So let's zoom in on one of those really important branches for a moment: environmental education. It's a perfect field for this kind of bridge building. The key idea here is that he argues against oversimplifying things. Instead of just memorizing a few facts about recycling, he pushes for what he calls complex environmental competence. What does that mean? It means understanding that the environment is this deeply intricate web of scientific, social, and cultural connections. It's about seeing the big, messy, beautiful picture. So these are some big, powerful ideas, right? But are they actually making waves out there in the academic world? Well, the numbers tell a pretty clear story. First off, just look at the sheer volume of his work. 95 publications isn't just a number to skim past. It represents a deep, sustained, relentless investigation into these ideas. He's built this massive body of research exploring this educational framework from just about every angle you can imagine. And this is a huge deal, over 1,000 citations. What that really means is that other researchers all around the world are reading his work, they're referencing it, and they're building on it. His ideas aren't just sitting on a shelf. They are an active part of the global academic conversation, shaping how other experts are thinking about education. Now, this is the important stuff that happens behind the scenes. By reviewing over 150 papers for different journals, he's actively helping to shape the quality and direction of research in his field. It's a massive contribution to the health of the entire academic community. And to top it all off, he sits on 8 editorial boards for journals from Brazil and Peru all the way to Serbia and the UK. This gives him a direct hand in deciding what research gets published and seen, which helps amplify the focus on these important educational questions across the globe. Okay, so when you put it all together, the personal journey, the big ideas, the clear impact, what does it actually tell us about the future of teaching? What Dr. Tovar Gálvez's career really gives us is a powerful roadmap. It's about moving away from that old one-size-fits-all approach and towards something that is deeply aware of context, respectful of diversity, and ready to tackle complex, real-world problems. His work shows us that the best teachers aren't just experts in their subject, they're also master bridge builders. And that really leaves us with a final question to chew on. His work has focused on bridging science and culture. But when you look ahead at the challenges we're all facing, from AI to climate change, what are the next crucial bridges that our education systems need to start building right now?